All right, guys, what's going on? So it is currently Tuesday, May 28th. Okay, so I competed on the 25th in Georgia at the City Going Peach Classic. Fantastic show. We definitely brought a great package. I'm going to kind of go over the show recap at the end of this video. But I'm going to keep this intro a little bit shorter because I didn't know there's going to be music on when I got here today. So I don't want to get Hostile demonetized. But we are currently 10 days out from my next show, and we're going to be training legs today. So legs, we're still going to be training pretty intense, but my volume has been brought down pretty significantly just to keep inflammation lower. So it's going to be both hamstrings and quads today. I mean, I'm in a great spot still. Weight's still going down. I woke up this morning, it was 240. We're trying to get even lower. Gonna cover the plans for this season at the end of this video, so stick around for that. Also, you guys, I'm wearing our new, what are these called? Like the new Hostile Sport tees, I think they're called. They're freaking awesome. I've been wearing them every day, and they're like, it's better than Under Armour in my opinion. Super stretchy, sweat wicking, doesn't hold odor. I freaking love them. And I got to do Hostile lightweight joggers on as well. So these are, man, we're dropping some great stuff, you guys. Hopefully you guys took advantage of the Memorial Day sale. It supported us that way. But I'm going to get going on with this workout because I'm sick of talking. It's that point in prep where I'm pretty much sick of anything besides prep, client check-ins, my girlfriend, the homies, and food. So, yeah, and the gym. Can't get sick of the gym, but I just want to get this workout going, get to grinding, and then discuss with you guys after, what went on at the show, but what our thoughts are of my showing, what me and my coach did, what we didn't do, and yeah, so make sure to stick around to that. But without further ado, let's get into this class. Starting this workout off, just warming up hamstrings, pushing blood in the hamstrings, and then we're going to be starting with quads and then ending with hamstrings. So, we're going to be starting with quads, ending with hamstrings, but I'm going to be ending with a lying curl instead of a seated curl. But it's just one of my favorite machines to really just flood my hamstrings with blood. I did pull out barbell RDLs just because of the amount of stress they're causing on my body and fatigue buildup, and it was a lot. So we've replaced pretty much everything with machines for leg day. But yeah, it's pretty low volume today. Still keeping intensity high. Should be a quick workout, but just because it's a quick workout doesn't mean it's going to be useless. We still train with intent. We still got intent behind everything we do, even with lower body. Even though my lower body's not judged, but we still got a job to fucking finish. So just pumping blood into these guys right now.
Yeah. The city is up in the madness. The people is given to turn into animal savage. So rhinos and hippos and mammoths. The hero is coming, I'm locked in. You know that I'm winning, I'm top 10. You know that I came from the dog pen. You want it, you get it, you drop dead. The rebel who came from the bottom. My enemies know that I got it. I'm planting my seeds in gardens, then watching them sprout and harvest. The greatest was always in my past. Not on my level where I stand. Got it, I'm shooting a hot hand. Out of the gym, I was locked out. I failed, the kid was a dropout. I changed the game and it's up now. The city,
I can already feel the blood just flooding my hamstrings right now. Alright, so I made a mistake. We actually are starting this workout with hamstrings. Then we go to quads. Then we got hamstrings again. Called the prep brain. So not a top set yet. Really want to get warmed up.
In the yard lawn, turn skyscrapers into croutons. Hit the button going high speed. Need a megaphone to announce me. I move through the pig.
So this is the lowest my carbs have been on prep today. Well, besides peak week. On my day of my travel, I went down to Georgia. I think my carbs were at 300, but that was just because of traveling, making sure I wasn't holding a whole lot of water. But today, my baseline diet is my carbs are at 335. But I'm telling you guys, even with carbs that low for me, I still get wild ass pumps on Bloodshot, and it is freaking awesome. Okay, it's just like Bloodshot's my saving grace on prep. Oh man, when I was on peak week and we cut out all unnecessary like sweeteners and powders, I was so sad when we pulled out Bloodshot. It was like just about like 3 days out from the show, and at that point we weren't even training super heavy. We were just training for pumps to just keep blood in the muscle and not build up a whole lot of inflammation. But man, I missed it, and now that it's back, oh, world of a difference. All right, we got 2 top sets here. Gonna move into my first top set. Bro, come on, let's go. Here we go.
Not on my level where I stand. Got it, I'm shooting a hot hand. Out of the gym, I was locked out. I failed, the kid was a dropout. I changed the game and it's up now. The city, they need me, it's clear now. The people is giving
it. I keep energy and storage. I see spinning the globe, my fingertip itch. If I kick, look at the wrist, look at your body, I shake it and shift. Big fish in a small pond, Godzilla with a boot on. I step into your lawn, turn skyscrapers into croutons. Hit the button going high speed, need a megaphone to announce me. I move through the pygmies in the top pick, gotta pick fleas. Sit back looking at me, 10 toes still never defeat. Push button never needed a key. Icy ain't ready for me, hot boy still 100 degrees. I cross eyes and I dotted the T's.
Yep, that's a good first set. Yeah. Oh my lord. Woo. All right, time to walk around the gym and get steps in before my next set. Seeing stars after every set. Not just because I'm this deep into prep, but that shit happens to me in the off season in a good way. You ain't seeing stars after a set. You ain't training hard enough. Even on arm day, I get done with some curls and I'm like, well, I need to sit my ass down. 2 sets here on seated hams. Now I'm gonna move on just to push some blood into my quads and some leg extensions, and then move on to our bigger leg press movement. Squat-ish pattern. I'm so pumped right now. Just pushing blood on here. Not a top set. Making sure my knees are warm. My quads got blood in them. This is what we got for our first exercise for quads. Just gonna be touching it right now, warming up on it. I freaking love this one. What is it? Yeah, Body Masters. It's like it's a hack squat variation. Doesn't take a whole lot out of me. What's up, bro? Doesn't really put a whole lot of stress on my back at all. Feels good on my knees. Just started recently doing this one. I like it.
Spinning, don't want to live, and I'm full of regrets. My motivation is leaving me. I'm choking, I'm drowning, I'm burning, I'm fading, losing my grip. I keep tripping and tripping and tripping. We live and we learn, we crash and we burn. We're alone in this world. Before we're one for all, pick yourself up off the ground. Can't get rid of me. I am a part of you. I'll do as gold. If you run away, I will follow. We live and we learn. We crash and we burn. We're alone in this world. We rise and we fall. We're one for all. Pick yourself up. But it keeps talking about my mouth won't shut. I just keep closing and I can't turn off.
All right, so we had 2 top sets on the body mass, like squat press thing over there. Now we got 1 top set here of leg extensions. Yeah, it's too light. All right, we got 6 plates on this bitch. All right, ending with hamstring curls on this strive. Flying ham curl. Go.
Fingers down your spine. You're living life on my time. Eyes are telling you to see your blink, and I'll vanish. And I know that none of this is real, but the show must go on. Misdirection has the spotlights on me. Take a seat and pay attention. I'll show you what you mean to me. Destruction! Reaction! Aversion!
I only got 2 plates on this machine, and man, when you just control that tempo and squeeze the hell out of it, that's all I need is just 2 plates. Because damn, I'm making those 2 plates feel like 4 plates. I mean, keeping it slow. I'm gonna stay right now in prep where I better not fucking train like an asshole and get injured being this close to my next show and the nationals. So it's like, just because I'm dropping my load a little bit, like usually I'll do 3 plates at 10 or on the middle peg on this, or maybe 3 plates at a 25. I'm still trying to make this as hard as possible, you know, but I also don't want to risk injury. Everything, I mean, I'm still training as heavy as possible, but it's just one of those exercises where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna pull back a little bit today, still hit it to failure, focus more so on the execution and tempo of this one.
It's just a magic show.
This calf raise machine is by far the best calf raise machine I've ever used. It's got to be the angle of the platform down here and how this rests just like behind your knee and not super far up here or not super right on your knee. They're like directly upon your joint because my calves are growing on prep, and that's saying something because I got small fucking calves. I'm literally using this almost every day, swear to God. So when I'm doing calves, instead of me just thinking I'm trying to get my knees up to the ceiling, I try to think about getting the front of my ankle, okay, the anterior side of my ankle, pushing through my toes, but getting that anterior side of my ankle. So if this is the top of my foot and this is my shin, I'm trying to push through my toes so that I get this top portion moving forward. So I'm trying to extend up and then push this, like where the tongue of my shoe is, that way, by not just pressing up towards the ceiling, but pressing up and just cueing to push this way with the front side of my foot. And that really helps me engage a really good mind-muscle connection of my calves. Oh, wow. Make it oh, God. This thing's nuts. I get the craziest calf pump from this. and I don't gotta add that much weight. Usually when I use like the Arsenal seated calf raise machine, I gotta put like a plate and a quarter on each side of it. I just don't like that machine at all. I'm not a fan of probably like 50% of Arsenal, and 50% I do like. I'd say this machine, I think this is Body Masters, I don't know, and like a donkey calf raise, they gotta be my favorite calf exercises. But hey, don't take it from me. I'm only meant to speak. I got small ass calves. All right, guys, so that's the workout for today. Just finished up with 3 sets here on calves. I don't have any post-workout cardio. I do all my cardio fasted. That's what I feel the best with is my cardio. I'm a very focused person in the morning, and it's when I have the most energy, the most focus, when I'm in that fasted state, and I really like separating my cardio from my training. When it keeps my stress lower, my cortisol lower, my fatigue lower. If you guys are finding it hard, you know, to hit your cardio after your workout and like just motivated to do that cardio, or you feel you're not hitting that cardio as intense as you should, then try separating it. Get up fucking 20 minutes earlier. You know, do your cardio fasted if you're able to. If you don't have a treadmill at home, go on Facebook Marketplace. Go fucking buy a treadmill. I got a full-size Light Fitness, industrial-ass size treadmill. I got it for $500 on Facebook Marketplace. Thing's damn near brand new. It's a tank, but it's damn near brand new. That's why I like separating it, because like I don't want to sacrifice my training performance, you know, and my energy after my training session just because I got like cardio afterwards. But also too, a lot of people, what I tend to see is they know they'll have cardio after workout, so they'll rush through their workout and unintentionally put less effort into their training because they know they have a grueling cardio session after. Okay, you're not going to see the good physiological changes to your body and muscular development, just physique development in general, if you're half-assing your workout, or even if you're just putting like unintentionally putting 3/4 the amount of intensity into your workout because, you know, you have to do, you know, 25, 30, 35 minutes, 45 minutes of cardio after your training session. So if you're finding that if cardio after your workout's kind of like holding you back, and you either are having shittier training sessions because of it, and you just really don't want to do that cardio, or you're skipping it all together, bite the bullet and do your cardio separate from your training session, okay? You know, even if you have to get up earlier and drive 10 minutes to any gym, get an Anytime Fitness, Planet Fitness membership for $10 a month and just do your cardio there. That's simple. Like, people make too many fucking excuses for this shit. And I'm like, it's not that hard. Just use some critical thinking, you know? But critical thinking and common sense ain't too fucking common in nowadays world, that's for sure. But anyway, I'm gonna stop ranting. I'm gonna walk on the treadmill for about 15, 20 minutes so just get some more steps in. I'm at 9,000 today already, not including my steps from cardio, because I don't count those steps from cardio, just with daily activity steps. So I'm just gonna finish up some steps, just slowly walking, you know, give my legs to relax, recover a little bit. And I'll see you guys in the car for the post-show update and kind of go over a recap and then what the plans are moving forward with this season. So good ass workout. I feel freaking awesome. I feel better now at the end of this workout than I did at the beginning, to be honest. I feel like I have more energy now. I was just I was really run down at the beginning of this training session, but I feel great now. So, all right, I'll see you guys in the car.
I feel better now after accomplishing that workout. I feel better mentally after that workout, even though I'm super exhausted physically, just because it was such an intense workout and I finished it. It's just those little things on prep where I find the joy in it. But anyway, let's get into the meat and potatoes of what I want to talk about. The show recap, what happened, how it went, what we expected. Was it what we expected? Was it not what we expected? So the show that I did was down in Georgia, in Noonan, Georgia. Now, I spent the week with my coach down there for a full straight week. Now, the reason I went down there for so long is because my coach wanted to see me. You know, we just wanted to be in a good spot where stress was low, you know, go through my training sessions with me, make sure I wasn't training too hard, building up too much inflammation, because when I get in the gym, I just want to rip it. But also, too, it's just one of those things where I have a close enough relationship and friendship with my coach. Not only do we have a very, very good professional relationship, but, you know, he's my brother. I love the guy. I've been with him for 4 years. You know, we did my first show together. We were with each other in 2020, and then my first show was in 2021. And even though I nationally qualified in 2021, like, I would have gotten smoked. I was 160 pounds on stage or some shit, you know? So we took all that time to grow, and he was my coach even in the off season. You know, I kept him in the off season because being coached in the off season is extremely undervalued, in my opinion, and what you can do in the off season. Let's get into it. So I was down there for the week. When I got down there, I was getting pretty nervous, okay? Even though it was just a regional show, I was just getting nervous about being back on stage, and it was getting to the point where I was kind of getting in my head a little bit, and it just helped so much being down there that he was able to help me de-stress a little bit. You know, he was being very reassuring, wasn't hyping me up for no reason, nothing like that. I mean, he's not that type of coach, okay? He doesn't do that. It was a very, very good environment for me to be in. Once I realized I was getting a little bit nervous, you know, how am I going to do? Am I going to screw up on stage? Blah, 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 this and that. Peak week went really well. When I flew down there, that was the lowest my food has ever been on prep. I think I was at like 30 or honestly 3,000 calories flat or something like that. My carbs were at 300, my fats were higher, just to, you know, limit the amount of water that I could have been holding from traveling. So even though I got down there on Sunday, and then food went up very slightly at the beginning of the week. My water was, for 5 days straight, I was at 8 liters of water, just getting my body flushed, making sure everything was hydrated. That was a bunch of water. I'm not gonna go too crazy into what we did for a peak. Like, we didn't really peak that crazy, okay? You know, we purposely didn't come in extremely conditioned for this show. We did not put my body through the ringer. Yes, this was a hard prep. There was parts of it that were hard. We didn't do a whole lot of crazy digging. We didn't stress my body out more than it needed to be, because we just need the qualification, okay? We just need to get the qualification for nationals, and then it would be good to go, and then we'd be really digging. So we didn't do nothing crazy. Like, we didn't do a crazy back load, front load. We didn't do wild water manipulations. We just made sure that my body was, you know, excreting fluids. It was flushing out. You know, I was waking up, I was going to bed at this weight. I was waking up at you know, 5-6 pounds lighter. So the peak went really, really well, okay? Now, day of the show, things were clicking so well. And they only had 3 classes at this show, which was really weird. So I was with guys that were 5'9" plus, and I'm 6'1.5", 6'2". I think I'm more so 6'2", because my coach is 6'1" flat, and I was heighted in at 6'1", and I'm taller than my coach when he's got shoes on, and I'm barefoot. You know, I was just hearing some of the other competitors saying that the guy that was hiding people in was like giving or taking, if, you know, whatever amount. I don't know how true that is. At this show, I heighted in at 6'1". So they only had class A, B, and C for men's physique open. So I was with guys that were 5'9" or 5'10" plus. So I stood out like a sore fucking thumb. Backstage, chopped it up with the guys. It was a great time. Didn't do a whole lot of, you know, posing arounds backstage. I was pretty full. We didn't spill over or nothing, but I did make the mistake of pumping my back up too much, which did correlate over to me losing some lines in my back. But anyway, I'll get it. I get on stage, make first call outs out of 20 guys, and I held center the entire time. And I'm not saying I held center for, like, just because I held center for a little bit and I got moved to the outside. No, I was center the entire time for multiple rounds of comparisons. Okay, so then last minute, I was in center. They moved me to the second place position, you know, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get compared here. Maybe I'll go back to center. So then I got compared in second place for less than 10 seconds, just for one front pose. And then they're like, okay, competitor 82, and then the 2 other guys, you can step off stage. I'm like, all right, now we know who 1, 2, and 3 are. I'm like, okay, at least I'm first or second. You know, even if I'm second, that's still a loss for me, but I still qualified being in second, you know, even though I'm gunning for that overall. So we get back off stage. My coach was like, he came back, saw me, looked at me again. We didn't feed anymore. We didn't get more food in, didn't drink any water because I was in a good spot still, wasn't fading. And he was like, yeah, that was kind of confusing, dude. And I'm not really sure about that, but he was like, dude, the crowd loved, you know, the crowd was like, oh my God, that guy's taking it home. So then finals comes around, and actually finals, so like the men's show started at 2 p.m. and went right into finals, which I kind of liked that actually, because girls were in the morning. So finals was like about like an hour and a half later, and I just was backstage. I was laying down, relaxing. I took probably like a 20-minute nap, just closed my eyes, dozed off, and it actually kind of helped. But then I get back on stage, and they call 5th, 4th, and then competitor number 82, Nick Justice, 3rd. I'm like, I stood there because I didn't hear it correctly. I'm like, what? And I'm like, 3rd? That's different. So then I'm like, okay, you know, I didn't show any disrespect, didn't show any, you know, emotion. I just walked up there in the 3rd place spot, smiled, and took the pictures, and then we walked off stage. So then I get off stage, and I'm like, man, that was just unexpected. What the heck, you know? And I'm not thinking to myself at this point, I'm not thinking, oh my God, what did I do wrong? What did they not like? I'm thinking to myself, damn, now my timeline is screwed up for nationals. Like, now I got to figure out which show next to requalify. So I get off stage. The only person that I wanted to see right away was my girlfriend. So I saw her, and I just embraced her. I just needed to see her. She said a few words, and we just hugged and embraced. And she flew down there the day of the show, and then flew back the next day. And I love that girl so much, and her sister came with her. It just means so much to me, and that's the only person I wanted to see after the show. She got me a whole box of crumble cookies, 6 cookies, and I'm like, I didn't even eat them until like an hour and a half later because I just had zero hunger, and I was just kind of shocked. What I really liked about the show was that they gave judges feedback right after the show, and one of the judges, we would line up, and the judge would go to us each one by one, privately give us feedback from each of the judges. I was waiting for the line to go through with judges' feedback of the guys getting their feedback in men's physique, and in the meantime, I was talking to my coach, and he's like, Nick, I'm gonna come back in a little bit. And my coach is not a crazy emotional guy. He doesn't like, his emotions don't get high. He doesn't show anger. He's very good at holding his composure. He was like, dude, I need to step out, man. Like, this is not what I expected. Just give me a minute, brother. So he gave me a hug, stepped out, and you know, the people that were there that came to support me were talking to me like, they're like, dude, what the heck? I had athletes that drove a couple hours to watch me compete, you know, and they came up to me, and I felt at the moment, I felt like a failure, because I was like, man, one of my open bodybuilders came, and he lived like 2 hours away from the show, and he's like, and he gave me a big ass hug, and you know, I just, as a leader of my team, I took it as a failure, you know, and even it is a failure, but I'm a big believer in failure is the biggest educator. He just reassured me. He's like, bro, the crowd loved you up there, dude. You had the best shape, the best structure. You were conditioned out of everybody. We just don't know what happened. You know, I'm like, no, I appreciate it, man. So everybody that came out of that auditorium was very friendly, very respectful. You know, numerous amounts of people, competitors, other coaches, professionals that were there watching the show gave me some very, very good compliments. And they were shocked at how the placings went. But, you know, in the grand scheme of things, like, I can't do anything about it. You know, I was just in front of the wrong judging panel. You know, we do think that things could have went differently if I was in like my class F, which is 6'1 plus. The proportions and the statures would have been a little bit more comparable, because in all reality, I looked like, you know, just a big mass monster. I outsized the guys by maybe 40, 50 pounds. You know, I was 237 the morning of the show, and around 238, 239 with food in me, carved up. We didn't even push a whole lot of food. You know, we knew we could have came in more conditioned for the show. We purposely knew that. We knew there was still fat in my physique. But why would I try to come in at national level condition and hardness and all this stuff and exhaust all these resources and all these tools in our toolbox if we still have to compete at nationals? So, you know, we did everything we could to bring the best package possible with, you know, the time duration we had, and we did just that. You know, and we're very proud of the look that we brought, even though we still have much more room for improvements. It's a subjective sport. You know, there's going to be different judges, different judging panel, where they're going to prefer different guys over the others. So I went back and I talked to one of the judges, and she was like, Nick, all of us had you in first. You know, we loved your physique. We loved your flow, your confidence. You were so confident on stage. You were powerful on stage. And I'm like, well, what are the critiques? You know, what happened? And she was like, well, we had you all in first, and then we wanted to compare you in second with another guy, see him in first. And that didn't change our minds. And then the head judge apparently made the decision at the end to put me in third. Now, she told me that the head judge likes men's physique at this level, smaller and softer. Doesn't make sense to me. I don't want to really get into it. You know, it's the judge's decision. You know, I'm not one to talk shit on judges if I disagree or if I agree on the decisions that are made, because all we got to do is moving forward is be better. You know, that's it. So another critique that they gave me was a little bit more detail in my back and come in more conditioned in my back. If any of you follow me and you see the pictures of my back pose and my transitions, I got a lot of detail in my back. But I also did make a mistake of 2 mistakes on stage. Well, actually 3 mistakes on stage when it comes to posing. Within my back pose, I hyperextended my lower back and I pushed my glutes towards the judges too much, when the entire time I've been practicing sitting down into my hips a little bit so that it makes my waist look smaller, and at the same time I'm able to pull my obliques in and hold that pose much easier. I didn't do that on stage. I was posing too hard, and I definitely think that did screw up how that back pose looked right at the beginning, but then at the end I did make that transition. And also, before I got on stage, I pumped up my back like crazy, and going into it I knew that I shouldn't have done that, or I shouldn't do that, because it's harder to hit my back pose when I have bunch of blood in it. So yeah, that happened. So those are my mistakes. Those aren't even critiques and judges' feedback that they gave me. Those are mistakes that we noticed, that we collected, that my coach and Joey Belt, my posing coach, that we discussed together, you know. And Joey called me after the show, fired the fuck up, and he was like, dude, nobody cares about this, man. I mean, you're gonna remember it, Cam's gonna remember it, but nobody's gonna care about this, because do you remember, and he gave me an example, do you remember when XYZ person lost their first regional show? And I'm like, no. And he's like, exactly, because nobody cares. We just get in front of a better judging panel, see what they say. You're not done this season yet. Like, we're not stopping until, you know, I get this pro card this season. We know it's attainable. We know what I'm capable of doing. Like, we still have a little bit of fat on my physique. We've probably still got another 5 to 8 pounds to pull off, just overall, you know, and a lot of it's going to be around my lower back and a little bit in my midsection, the front. But like, I'm shredded right now. Like, I'll put up a picture like right here. Like, my glutes are freaking peeled. Like, you can see my glutes through my stage shorts. And when I was walking around at the venue, people were like, bro, I can see how shredded your glutes are through your board shorts. And I'm like, damn. But overall, you guys, you know, failure is the biggest educator. You know, it sucks. It's a loss. It's not what we expected. We just move forward from here, okay? I'm not dwelling on it. It sucks. Yeah, I still wake up and, you know, realizing, damn, I got fucking third. But whatever. It's okay. I got plenty of time, all right? You know, so now I'm going to compete in Tennessee at the Battle at the River on June 8th in Chattanooga, and get that qualification. go to nationals right after that in Chattanooga, and whatever happens, happens. You know, I'm coming in, we're coming in crazy. We made a few manipulations to diet. This is the lowest my food has been at today. I'm gonna be filming a full day of eating video tomorrow for you guys, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, right now I am, what is it? Today's Tuesday, the 28th. I am 11 days out right now from the next show. Yeah, 11 days out. I think I said 10 at the beginning of the video, but that's just prep brain. So we're coming to take it, guys. We're coming in to win. This next show has my height class, so I'm going to be up against guys with, you know, the proportions are going to match a little bit better. So I'm excited. We're not stopping this season until I go pro. We know what it's going to take. We know we can achieve it. Nothing worth having comes easy, and that's what goes through my mind ever since that loss, and even way before that loss. It was unexpected. You know, we were dealt a hand of cards that we didn't expect, but it's whatever. We move forward, we make changes. Great freaking time. I had some amazing post-show food. I ate all 6 of those crumble cookies. I had an amazing burger. I don't even like pork, and I had some Georgia barbecue pork fries, and that was amazing. I had some Reese's Cups. I had like a 3rd pint of a Ben & Jerry's that night too, but it was way too rich, so I didn't even eat the entire thing. And then I gave myself like 24 hours to eat off plan, and, you know, right back on track after that. And damn, my digestion was screwed up after that. Took like good 36, 48 hours for my digestion to get back to normal. So definitely hate that. But yeah, weight's coming down. Water, pretty much all that post-show water is off. So now we just keep making improvements, you guys. I appreciate you guys so much. I love you guys. You guys are crazy supportive. You know, I'm honestly like, I'm at a point where I've been thinking if I should make my own YouTube channel or not. You know, I'm giving you guys videos on this HOSSTILE channel, but I don't know if it's something you guys would want to see me make my own YouTube channel. I think it'd be cool, but let me know in the comments if you guys want to see that or not. You know, I do all the editing of my photos or my videos, all my reels, all my content online, all the videos for HOSSTILE. I do all this editing myself. So maybe if I do start a YouTube channel, I get a videographer and an editor to give you guys more content. I'm not sure. Just let me know in the comments. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Make sure to get these freaking awesome sports tees from HOSSTILE. They do run, what is it? I think they run large, well, this is a 4XL. Usually I'm a 3XL and everything. So I think they run a little bit tighter, I believe, unless, I don't know, I can't remember. Fuad said something about it. But these joggers are freaking amazing, guys. They got the zip pockets, reinforced lining. They got the branding on the bottom. Such good quality. I love it. You guys, we have so much cool stuff dropping, and we have stuff dropping this week. Make sure to get it. Support all the athletes. You guys know what to do. And with that, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.